Okay. Hello all. Today we're going to talk about the horror movie. We're going to talk about Mist. I got this in the mail recently. I really like this film. Before I go into the review, I'm going to say this is the 2-disc collector's edition. I got this on eBay for like $7. I couldn't pass it up. Disc 1 has feature film, commentary, deleted scenes, some art stuff, behind the scenes webisode stuff, and that's all on disc 1. Disc 2 has an introduction by Frank Darabont, black and white, director's vision. Since what this movie was, he wanted to actually have this in black and white when it played in the theaters, but the studio wouldn't let him. Go figure. And like a bunch of making up stuff. Like a lot of making up of stuff, excuse me. A lot of documentaries. Pretty cool edition here. Like I just mentioned, there's 2 discs. I think I failed miserably in showing it, but that's okay. I hate editing, so I go on with it. So now, okay, on to the review. Written and directed by Frank Darabont. The Mist is an extremely cool movie. I think it's kind of underrated because of the ending. We'll get to that. Frank Darabont also adapted 2 other Stephen King stories. Shawshank Redemption, based on a short story by Stephen King that was in, I don't remember what Stephen King book. Stephen King has several short story books out. But the Shawshank Redemption was extremely well made, and it followed the story really well. Here, I'm going to scoot this over a little bit. And then after that, a few years later, he adapted The Green Mile. And I thought he did an awesome job on both the Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile. Both very cool movies. Now with The Mist, he adapted this one very well. The Mist is one of my favorite Stephen King stories of all time. I really, really, really do like that short story. That it wasn't a short story; it was like a novella or whatever. But and I forget which book of his it's in. I might own it. I used to have a lot of Stephen King books, but I somehow lost some when I moved, or over the years, some disappeared somehow or whatever. But anyway, The Mist is about like these people. They live in like Maine. You know, Stephen King lives in Maine. He writes a lot about Maine. And some storm happens, and the next day a lot of people are going to stores to get supplies. So it's like there's this man. I don't remember any of the characters' names or anything like that. Yes, I got it recently, but I haven't seen it in a while, to be honest. I probably shouldn't even be making this review, but oh well. Anyway, it concerns this one dude and his neighbor. You go to the store, and the one dude has a son, and they go to the supermarket. And while they're in the supermarket, the strange mist comes and envelops the whole town, and they can't really see. They don't know what's going on. And then, you know, strange things start happening, and there's apparently something in the mist. So they're kind of trapped in the supermarket, and some people die when they try to leave and stuff like that. Basically, that's the whole fucking plot setup. There are things in the mist. But, it's crazy how the movie is more about people, really, than monsters. Because there's so many different types of people trapped in the store. It's like, there's like the one religious woman who gets a following when she starts spouting on about the spawns of hell are coming and it's Judgment Day and blah blah blah, and people like buying her like people segregate in the groups and stuff. You know, the religious woman gets her following, and there's like the logical thinking people. It's extremely well made. Like I said, it's more about humanity really than monsters. But good film. I love it. Now let's talk about the ending to this film. Okay, a lot of people don't like this movie because of the ending. I thought it was extremely ballsy of Frank Darabont to write and direct and end the movie the way he did. Anyone's familiar with the written story by King knows how the story ends with kind of a glimmer of hope. And this movie really doesn't. It's kind of a downer ending, and a lot of people hate the film because of it. I don't hate the film because of it. I think it's an extremely good adaptation of the short story. And I would like to hear other people's opinions, really, on the ending of The Mist. Because I'm sure anyone who sees this video has seen the film, or will see the film, because I recommend it. So, yeah, I want to hear the feedback on the ending. Of course, I'm not going to say what it is. I'm not giving any spoilers away in any of my videos. So, yeah, I'd like to hear feedback. And if anyone really likes this film, let me know. You know, just give your comments in general. But I really want to hear what people think about the ending. Because, a lot of people... Like, a lot of my friends who aren't really into horror films as much as I am hate the movie because of the end. But, I didn't mind the ending so much. I mean, the way, like I said a little bit ago, the way the written story ended, wasn't much different. There's no closure in either the written story or the filmed version. There's no closure in either of the endings, really. So that's what I really want to hear is feedback on that. Good frickin' movie. I really like it. Alright. Thanks for watching, people.